Okay, so we are going to make a truncated dodecahedron, and we're going to do so by making a bunch of triangular prisms. There's already a video on that, so you might want to go back and check that out, but I'll show it to you again. One thing that's important about this whole structure is that these all be rotating the same way, and we're going to have that rotation be to the left. That was arbitrary, it could have been to the right. In order to do that, we're going to take a piece like this, put the connector here. When we come to put the other one on, this is how we did it for the triangular prism before, and that'll work, and that works to make triangular prisms that could be used to make the truncated cube. This needs a little bit wider in angle, so we're actually going to move it up a notch. Okay, so it's on the end of one, but it's not quite on the end of the other. Okay, it's an overlap, I guess you could say, of 3 holes, not just an ordinary 2. Okay, and that's going to be important for this to work out. Okay, so then I'm going to put one here. Again, have this overlap 3 holes, and again here, and here's where it crosses over, and overlap of 3 holes. So why do we say this rotates to the left? As you look at it and as it goes away from you, these little seams here are going to the left, that is counterclockwise. Okay, even if I flip it over, it's still doing that. Okay, so I'll make another one, and I'll show you what happens if I start to make it the wrong way. Okay, I'm supposed to put this on the bottom here, but I'm going to put it on the top. Overlap by 3. Okay, now right away you're going to see the seam's going to rotate to the right, but I'll go ahead and make one just to show you what not to do. Okay, bottom, so this goes on top here. Overlap by 3, and the final one. Okay, crossover. Okay, that looks just as good as the last one, but it turns out these have opposite rotations. One way of seeing that is they are mirror images. We don't want that. We want them to all be left-handed, rotating to the left as it goes away, not right-handed. Okay, that was arbitrary. We could have done the entire thing right, but this is going to be just left. So I'm going to switch this around and put these on the bottom here. Okay, overlap by 3. Do it here as well, and do it here as well. Okay, and now when you look at these two, you'll see they are the same kind of orientation. They're identical, and I've got already made 20 of these because that's how many I'm going to need, and I chose to use, and you can go with whatever colors you want, but this gives a really nice final color pattern, is if you use 4 of one color, 4 of another. So I have 5 different colors: white, orange, green, yellow, and violet. I know these look blue in the video, but they are a purple violet. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start to put these all together. There are 20 of them, and it's a truncated dodecahedron, a dodecahedron with the corners cut off essentially. So here's what this looks like. Every single time we connect these, we're going to put the connector on an edge that does not already have a connector. So that would not be appropriate. We see there's a connector already there, but this one would. So right there. And how much these overlap is not as important. Making these, it was important to have it be tight, but these could be here, here. We could have them overlap by more. We're going to actually spread this one out, so we're going to have it overlap only 2 on there. But again, that's up to you. And that does only changes kind of how compact the whole thing is. So we're not going to put 2 purples together. We're going to keep them apart. So here we're going to put a yellow in there. And again, look what I'm doing. I'm connecting it to an edge that does not have a connector. Plus, I don't want to do that on the bottom side. I want to always have, here, them kind of facing the same way. Okay? So there's two of them. We're going to add another one here. Again, there's an edge that does not have any connectors yet. And what will we do? We'll put green now. An edge that doesn't. And by the way, if I didn't have this the right way, if this was left, this was a right-handed one, this would not make sense. I'd be putting it there, but there'd already be a connector there. So, there we go. See how this is kind of forming into a pentagon? Okay, connector there. We'll go orange now. And again, I'm looking for a surface that does not have a connector on already. And I said this already, these are overlapping by just 2, but we could have it, this whole thing done overlapping by 3 or even 4. Could you go even more than that? I don't know. You can experiment around with it. That's overlapping by what, 6? That might work, but we're going to have a nice spread out one so you can see it well by having all these overlapping just by 2. Okay? We've got 4 of the colors. We have white, and that's going to complete this little pentagon here. Again, look where I'm putting it, on an edge that does not have a connector, connecting it to another edge that does not yet have a connector, overlapping by 2, and my final one here, right like that. I'm going to say right now, this is lying nice and flat in the plane of the table. If we had not had this kind of overlap here of 3, we'd only gone overlap of, let's say, 2 on these. At this point, you would start to have trouble having this thing lie flat, and it would just get worse as you try to make more connections. Okay? So, that being said, now we're going to keep doing pentagons here, 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 and it's going to automatically close up like this into this beautiful truncated dodecahedron, a kind of a spherical thing. Kind of like a soccer ball in appearance. Okay? But what we put where is kind of, it's going to be cool if we try to keep the colors as separate as possible. So because I have yellow here, I don't want to put a yellow here or here. I want to put it as far away as possible by putting it here. And look what I'm going to do. Take that, connect it there. Now this may or may not stay upright. It does. Cool. Okay, turning this a bit, let's see what we've got. We've got purple here. We're going to have purple be as far away from it as possible. And, okay, again, I'm always being careful to put these on edges that don't already have connectors, on both sides of the connectors. That stands kind of upright like that. And right now, I see I've got something right here that has 4 of them. Why don't we put the 5th one there? What color's missing from this pentagon? Green. And look at how far that's going to put these greens away from each other. So, here we go. There. Connect it to there. If you start connecting one of these and it's like not working out, check to make sure if you didn't make a right-handed one among all the left-hand. Oh, look what I almost did there. I almost put that on the wrong one. Got to pay attention. So, there to there. Okay? So I can kind of tilt it like this now. Either way. Okay? So, we're going to just keep building this. Let's think about this. We have orange here. We're making one here. This puts the orange farther away than this would. Okay? So we're going to put that connector here. Here. Whoops. Starting to tilt a little bit there because we don't have the support. Okay. And what would go here? What are we missing? Oh, you know what? I made a mistake there. Good. Let me show that to you. The one that's missing here is a green. And the problem with putting the green here is, look at how close these are. So this should have been an orange, and I'll correct that right now over here. Okay, so, and that's to keep the green separate. So I made a mistake. It wasn't quite so obvious until I tried to complete that pentagon. I don't want to ever have two that are like green, yellow, and then green. There should always be at least two of these triangular prisms between each color. So here we've got green, yellow, orange, green. And here we're going to have green, purple, yellow, green. And green, orange, purple, green. So it's always going to be two steps removed from a similar color. Okay, put that here. Let's see, we've got that to there. Okay. Look what I have in this one right here. I'm missing an orange and a white. If I put the orange there, too close. So I'm going to put the orange down here. And the place that now leaves for the white one is nicely two away from the nearest white. Okay, and it just keeps going like that. You really don't have to be that careful after a while, but you can make a mistake and then you just undo it. Okay, I think that's all correct there. Here's my next pentagon. Green, yellow, orange. I need a white one, but that would be wrong because look. So I'm going to put the white one here. And what's missing is purple. Okay, we'll put this purple one here. Oops. There we go. I started to put the connector on the wrong side there. This one, look at this. This last pentagon here is already 4/5 done for us, and we're just missing the yellow. Yep. And there to there. And this is going to help stabilize the whole thing. There we go. Bring them all up into that configuration. Okay. And guess what we have? We have a nice bowl here that has room for just 5 more, and guess what? I've got the 5 right here. And let's see if we can figure this out now. Okay, we're going to put one here, and what's missing from this? We got 3 of them. We're missing a green and we're missing a yellow. Okay, I'm going to put, let's see, the green one here, and let's see if that makes sense. Okay, it does because it's farthest away from these. If I put the yellow one here, that puts these 2 yellows pretty close. I know there's only a connection of 2, but there's going to be 1 here. That's what I'm going to say. Let me show that to you. If I were to put the yellow here instead, when I go and connect here, look, I'm going to have yellows just 1 away. So that's why I want to put the green there. Okay? And from now on, it's all going to be obvious because there's always going to be just 1 missing. Ready? We're missing the orange one here. So we will put that there. Connect. Oop, starting to sag a bit, but don't worry. We're going to have it all working out just right. Missing the white one here. Again, no decisions to be made here. Boom. To there. To there. Okay. What's missing here? The purple one. Okay. Oop. Started to break one connection as I was making another one. That always happens. Just got to be careful. Oh my gosh. Well, we only got 1 piece left here and 1 piece to put it, and it's the right color. So, oh, look at this. Fun. I actually made, on this very last piece, a mistake was made, and you can see it right here. That connection was made on the same side of each, so I don't want to have that, and that's why I started putting that in there and saying, wait, what's going on? So, to make sure these are like the other ones, this is my messed up connection right here. Should have paid more careful attention, but you know what? That's kind of good that it happened. So you can see that even with a lot of practice, you still make mistakes. Hopefully you make fewer of them. Okay, so now I believe I have the right connections. Yeah, I do. So that was neither right nor left. It had overlapping wrong in one position, so I had to fix that. And now this is, as you can see, to the left. And we're going to go here, connect it here, connect over here to the white one, and last one between a purple and a yellow. Boom. Okay, so boy, it barely even fits in the screen there, but this is our truncated dodecahedron. And why did I want it to have the colors in those positions? We saw this also with the truncated cube. We had two different colors, and if we just focus on one color at a time, the four of them made up a tetrahedron. Well, that happens here too. Look, for instance, just at our four purple ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, if you just focus on those, perhaps you can say that those are the corners of a tetrahedron. Okay? Likewise, the four greens. Here, 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 and here. They're as spread apart from each other as possible in this structure, and they describe a tetrahedron. Same with the four yellows, same with the four whites. Okay? They're all as spread apart as possible. Okay? So, there it is, the truncated dodecahedron.